Before I begin, I'd like to extend a huge thank you to the people at Spada. If it wasn't for their cooperation, I never would have been able to make this video.
What's up, people? This is the Spada Burnout Jacket. It's textile, vented. It comes with 3 kinds of armour: shoulder, elbow and back. What I like the most about the back, which I don't know if you'll be able to see, is it's segmented, so no matter what the shape of your back is, I can actually fold it all kinds of different ways. It's a big plate as well, starts sort of middle of your shoulder blades and then down to the small of your back. It's all flexy, you can see it kind of poking out there. Look, I'm not a huge fan of the rigid armour that kind of makes you sit up too straight. It's not the greatest. First things first, most obvious stuff, how does it look? It's a beautiful jacket. I love the way that they've added these red seams down the front and the sides. Loads of little red touches. The adjustable straps on the side there so you can pull the waist in a little more. I just really appreciate that they took the time, design wise, to think, you know what, let's just make this little bit here red. Why not? Let's just put a little bit of flair on that so it's not quite so boring. And inside the cuffs, just nice little touches. The interior, just like pretty much every other textile jacket, this is for the removable thermal liner, which, as you can see, I do not need. One thing that the Spada have done is they've added this behind the zipper. Now this is an amazing idea, and what it's primarily for is to catch rain if it seeps through the zip, which we all know that it does. And it catches the rain and it funnels it right the way down. Unfortunately for me, I was caught in a torrential downpour a little while ago in this jacket. This thing did a great job of keeping my top half dry, and an even better job of funneling all the water down directly onto my crotch. So in terms of keeping the water off, this thing is excellent. It's also got another internal zip. I presume more of the same. This is obviously more of a waterproof material than just the textile stuff. Really nice, I like it. It's a cool idea. However, I do have a slight beef with this jacket in this weather. That when you're riding along with the jacket open like this, right, zip is halfway down, this one's pretty much open. Let's put it where I would normally have it if I was riding around in the sunshine and wanted a bit of airflow through. So sort of like that. Okay, but the wind flattens this against your chest, just like this, blocks the wind. None of it gets through to you, so it's not all that great at cooling you down. However, these open up so wide that a lot of the airflow I feel like is missing from here goes straight up the wrists, and you can really feel it going all the way up your arms to your shoulders, which brings me onto these. So again, thermal zips. Beautiful, very nice little touch, and you can feel them working for sure. And on the back here is the exit. So despite the fact that this blocks the wind going through from cooling you down too much, the rest of it really makes up for it. It's fully adjustable. You can tighten up the arms on either side, you can tighten up the waist. It's got a zip on the inside here to attach other trousers to it, etc, etc. I'm really quite impressed. However, my biggest beef, which is entirely unfortunate, is this. They've put a Velcro strap here, and this won't apply to everybody, by the way, but clearly this is to do the jacket up, and I presume it's wider to cater for a wider range of neck sizes. Brilliant, thank you for thinking of that, Spada, that's great stuff. However, the underneath of my helmet, which is the Shoei QWEST, is fabric. It's not that faux leather stuff or suede, whatever it is. It's fabric, and if I even look down slightly towards the bike, the speedo, whatever, the fabric of my helmet sticks to this, and then this lifts up, and I have to really lift my head up to take this off, and which means that I want to ride most of the time like that. I don't want to ride like that. I want to ride with my jacket open, especially on a day like this that's utterly grand. Look at this, it's amazeballs. Let's quit chin wagging here, shall we? Let's get going. So it's a very warm day today, it's about 26 degrees. I know the rest of you are thinking, yeah, whatever man, but I'm English, okay, I'm pretty much on fire. However, this jacket is keeping me cooler than I expected. I love the colour scheme. When I first saw this on Spada's Twitter, they posted a picture, oh god, they posted a picture of this, and I retweeted it. I was like, that looks gorgeous. For a textile jacket, I think it's absolutely beautiful. I love the choice of the graphite rather than the black. The red seam is lovely. Lots of nice little touches. I love the Spada written down the arms at a bit of an angle. I just think everything about this is very aesthetically pleasing. I know that aesthetically pleasing isn't like the forefront of why you would buy a jacket. I know it's a big factor, but you want a jacket that's good, right? You want a jacket that keeps you warm when it's cold. You want a jacket that keeps you cool when it's hot. You want a jacket that will keep you dry when it's wet. There are so many different instances that you would need different gear for. Rain gear, summer gear, leathers, blah blah blah. For something that does a very good job at a lot of different things, this jacket's right up there.
However, there are some areas where I feel like the jacket could be improved. First and foremost, and one that I really can't ignore, is the fact that the Velcro on the neck sticks to the underneath of certain helmets. Secondly, I really don't feel like there are enough pockets. I would have expected at least to have a pocket in the chest area somewhere, maybe on one, even both sides if you're feeling lucky. So I kind of think that Spada missed an opportunity there to make the jacket a little bit more practical, but it's not enough for me to not consider buying it. Lastly, I think that the ventilation could be improved, like I mentioned earlier with the flap behind the zip, which stops the airflow to your chest. However, it's not the worst because the airflow up the sleeves, along with the vents in the shoulders and the back, make up for that, so it's not the end of the world. Again, I just think it could be improved. In terms of positives, there are loads to go with this jacket. It looks amazing, it's comfortable, and the fit is great. It's surprisingly good at keeping you dry. There's a removable thermal liner, all the armour where you want it, the back protector is flexible, you can attach it to your trousers, but even better still is the price. It's extremely hard to ignore what you get for the money.
This jacket is a lot better at keeping me warm in the cold than it is at keeping me cool when it's hot. So I think this is a jacket that I would wear mostly in the sort of the winter-ish months, towards the end of the year and the start of the year. As a summer jacket, it's okay, but the ventilation isn't the best. I don't know what the direction is that Spada wanted to take with this jacket. I think they were aiming at more of an all-rounder, something that can do everything well, rather than being specifically designed to do one thing exceptionally. And when you think about it that way, I think this jacket's a bit of a home run. One of my other favourite features is Spada seem to be just as interested in making a good product and making money as they are in keeping riders safe. I love that Spada invest a lot of time and energy into safety products. It's important to be seen at night on a motorcycle. We all know how difficult it is to be seen anyway. It's as if people drive their cars with their eyes shut. Now, Spada know this, and so what they've done is on either arm is they fitted reflective strips. Brilliant idea. Thank you so much for taking our safety into consideration. I've always been impressed by Spada's gear. They do really good quality stuff for a very reasonable price. I've always been attracted to their stuff. My first bike jacket was Spada. My first set of motorcycle gloves was Spada. My knee protectors are Spada. Badger's gloves that I bought her are Spada. And all their stuff has stood the test of time extremely well. I genuinely, I've got no complaints about any of the things that they've done, which is why I reached out to them. They didn't come to me, I went to them and I said, guys, look, I'm really impressed with what stuff that you do. I want to share that with everybody. So for what you spend, you get a good looking jacket with safety in mind. The reflective strips were a fantastic idea. I wish more bike jackets had that as standard, and for the price point as well. I think it could do with a little bit more storage space. I don't think there are enough pockets. I'd like to see the Velcro strip on the neck revised or moved to avoid that irritation with the helmet. I love that it's adjustable pretty much everywhere: wrists, biceps, waist, the neck as well when you consider the Velcro strip. It's very aesthetically pleasing, it's well made, all the stitching is nice and tough, it doesn't feel cheap. So thanks for watching, people. Don't forget to check out the Spada Burnout Jackets details in the description below. I've been Smo, you guys have been awesome. Peace.